Good morning, dear students. In this class, we are going to see one grammar part for second PU students. So that is called voice. So here, voice refers to way of thinking. So in the voice, we are going to see, so that is the active voice and passive voice. Okay. So in the active voice and passive voice, so for the first one, active voice. Active voice, the subject is the doer of the action. So look at that one. Subject is the doer of the action. So for that active voice, so we are going to see one pattern. So that is subject, verb, object. So this is the pattern of active voice. And then I'll move to passive voice. Okay. So in the passive voice, so you're going to see what happened to object. What happened to object. So there is also one. It means a pattern for this one. For the passive voice, object plus auxiliary verb, it means the helping verb, plus modal auxiliary, main verb, it means the V3 past participle verb form, plus by, so that is a preposition, and then subject. So here, so subject becomes object, object becomes subject. So that's why I wrote like that. Okay. So and then here, so in this active voice and passive voice, we are going to observe the one thing. Okay. So that is here the transformation. Transformation means here, so transformation of sentence from active voice to passive voice. So that's why here the transformation means changing one form of sentence into another. It means the active voice to passive voice. Okay. So another form of sentence without changing meaning and tense. Without changing meaning and tense. Okay. So like that we want to transfer. It means from active voice to passive voice. Okay. So for that one, so when we are going to change from active voice to passive voice, so that time we are going to observe rules. So that is rules for change the sentence from active voice to passive voice. Okay. So here the first one, so that is the tense does not change. Tense does not change. So look at that one. So in the first rule, tense does not change. And then the second one, subject becomes object and object becomes subject. Okay, I already told you. So here the subject becomes object, object becomes subject. Okay. So and then I'll move to the third one. Auxiliary verb is used before the main verb. Look at there. Auxiliary verb is used before the main verb. And then, so auxiliary verb used depend upon the nature of the verb. So that is the present tense or past tense. Okay. So here we are going to observe the main verb. So that is in the present tense or in the past tense. Okay. So on that one, so we are going to take the auxiliary verb. Okay. So the present tense or the past tense. And then, and subject, it means the nature of the subject, it means that is the singular or plural. Like that we are going to observe the subject, and then we are going to write the modal auxiliary verb. Okay. So that is especially B form auxiliary verb. And then the fourth one, past participle verb. Look at that one. Main verb changed into past participle form of the verb. So that is called here the V3. It means that definitely they will give V1. So V1 change into V3. Okay. So this is the fourth rule to change from active voice to passive voice. Okay. So and then the last one, that is the fifth one. So after the past participle verb, we have to add or we have to write preposition by is necessary. Okay. So after the, it means sometimes they are going to give two objects. So that time also we are going to take two objects and then change into the passive voice. Okay. So that time we are going to use in the different places. That is the by. But here, so the rule is after the past participle verb, we have to add preposition by is necessary. Okay. Have understood this one? And then, so I'll move to another one. So when subject becomes object, at the time when subject becomes object, if there is noun, there is no change in the noun. But if there is pronoun, so that time. Okay. So when subject becomes object, so that is the pronoun becomes object. So that time, so pronoun will change, like it means pronoun will change as follow. Okay. So that is here he changed into him. Look at there. He changed into him. Okay. So here the first one, I will come to this one. I change into me. and then we change into us, you change into you, it change into it, and then he change into him, she change into her, they change into them. Okay, so like that we are going to change the pronoun. Okay, so and then so in this active voice and passive voice we are going to observe. Okay, so in the second year PhD for the examination purpose, okay, so I make it means the four types of it means passive voice verb. So here, so I am going to explain all those things because of these are all the shortcuts. If you are going to learn to change active voice to passive voice, so that is also okay. So there is a rule, you're going, all of you know what is the active voice and passive voice, how to change. Okay, but here, so for the examination purpose I am going to give the ready food for you. Okay, so that is the in your examination they are going to give the passive form verb passage. Okay, so that's why here you need not to change from active voice to passive voice, but okay, so you have to write directly passive voice verb. Okay, so that's why I am going to tell about these things. Here the first type, look at that one. So in the first type, so we are going to observe if there is only one verb in the bracket. So observe this one, if there is only one verb in the bracket after the dash. Okay, only one verb in the bracket, while or at the time. Look at there, while or at the time we have to give importance to subject. Subject means here noun or pronoun. Pronouns means there are 7 pronouns are there. Okay, but here noun, there are different types of noun. Instead of pronoun we are going to use noun, or instead of noun we are going to use pronoun, like that. Okay, subject, and depend upon the subject, so that is the singular or plural. Okay, depend upon the subject, so that is the singular or plural, so we are going to write. Okay, so it means we have to use be form auxiliary verb. Okay, we have to use be form auxiliary verb, so that is be form auxiliary verb means is, am, or was, were. So in the present tense, okay, so the paragraph is in present tense. At the time you are going to take is, am, or. Is, am for singular or for plural, and then was, were. Okay, so was for singular, were for plural. But in your second year PUC, in your textbook, so definitely they are going to ask, it means they are going to give, they already given, so that is the past tense format. Okay, so there are some lessons are there, so there only we are going to find out the present tense, but most of all they are going to give the past tense verb. So that's why all of you give the past tense, it means important for past tense. And verb which is used in bracket changed into past participle verb form. But there, this is the last one. Okay, so here it means the last point, which is used in bracket, it means the verb changed into past participle verb form, it means the V3. Okay, so V1 change into V3. So now, so once again we are going to recall this one. If there is only one verb in the bracket, while we have to give the importance to the subject. Okay, and depend upon the subject, so that is a singular or plural, we have to use be form auxiliary verb. Okay, so that is, am, or in present tense, and then was, were in past tense, and verb which is in the bracket changed into past participle verb form, so that is V3. Okay, have understood? Now we will move to some examples. Okay, so that is in the past tense as well as in present tense. Okay, so here the first example, a fence dash build, a fence dash build. Okay, in the present tense also I am going to take the same sentence, so that is a fence dash build. Look at there. So what are the answers for these two sentences? Here in the past tense we are going to use be form auxiliary verbs, as I told you in rule, so that is was or were. In the present tense is, am, or. Okay, for the singular in the past tense was, plural for the plural were, and then in the present tense for singular is, and then if there is I especially, so that time I'm going to use am, and then if there is plural we are going to use are. Okay, so like that here. So then you're going to think, So what is the answer? Okay, so here a fence, look at that, was built. A fence is built. Okay, so like that we are going to write the correct answers. Okay, so and then we are going to see another examples. Okay, so this is just only I'm going to give the examples for you, so that's why, so just all of you observe. Okay, so you need not to give any importance to the other words, just you want to give the importance to the which is the word in the bracket, and then you are going to observe the subject. Okay, subject means here there is noun or pronoun, and then that is singular or plural, like that you want to observe, and then use the be form auxiliary verb, and then you have to change the main verb which is in the bracket into past participle verb form. That's all. Okay, so we'll take any one, you have to change v1 into v3. Okay, so and then here, so you want to observe other examples in past tense. So here I'm going to take the past tense because of 90% past tense. Okay, so they will give in your exam. Okay, so that's why I'm going to take the past tense. So here the second example, my friends dash in bracket come. Okay, so all of you think, so I'm going to read all those things first. Okay, so and then the third one, e dash in bracket learn. The fourth one, they dash in bracket work. Fifth one, she dash in bracket prepare. Sixth one, I dash in bracket buy. Look at these 5. Okay, so I already told you, if there is only one verb, we are going to, it means we are going to give the importance to the subject. The subject is singular or plural. If there is noun or pronoun, whatever it is, but here we are going to give the importance to the subject, that is singular or plural. But here, so that is plural, my friends. Okay, so that's what we are going to use in the past tense. If there is plural, we are going to use were. Okay, and then were, come, came, come. Look at that, if you write came, so that is wrong, you have to write come, came, come. So v3 form of the main verb. Okay, so I'll move to the third one, e dash in bracket learn. And then, so what is the answer here? Okay, so that is was learnt. Some of you write learned, but here the learnt is the correct one. So just all of you write learnt. Was learnt. E is the third person singular, so that's what I'm going to write was. Okay, was learnt. And then the fourth one, they dash in bracket work. Look at that. So here also only one verb in the bracket, so that's where I want to give the importance to the subject. Subject is plural, so that's where I want to write were. And then work is there. Look at there, work is there. Work change into v3 form. Work, worked, worked. Okay, so the last one v3 worked. Okay, so what is the answer? Were, worked. And then the fifth one, she dash in bracket prepare. Look at there, she dash in bracket prepare. Okay, so here was prepared. And then the sixth one, I dash. Okay, so here I is singular, so that's why I want to use was. Buy, bought, bought. Okay, so here was bought. Have understood this one? Okay, so I think these are all in the past tense. Were come, was learned, were worked, was prepared, and then was bought. Okay, so they are all answer for these examples. And then I'll move to present tense form. Look at there, I'm going to take the same sentences. Okay, same sentences. So here the second one, my friends dash come, he dash learn, they dash work, she dash prepare, I dash buy. Okay, so here also we want to observe, I already told you. Okay, so in the rule we have to use be form auxiliary verb. Okay, if there is only one verb, so at that time if there is past tense, you are going to give importance to the past tense, but here present tense is also there. Okay, sometimes I want to give present tense, but here so 99%, okay, it means the 90% definitely they will give, so that is past tense. Okay, so here my friends dash come, so here the my friends is plural. Okay, so that's why I want to use are. Okay, are, and then we want change into v3, are come. Okay, and then here the third one, he dash in bracket learn. So what is the answer? He is learned. Okay, so they dash are worked, she dash is prepared. Look at there. Okay, so there is plural and then she is singular and then I dash am bought. If there is I, definitely we are going to write am in present tense. Okay, so I think all of you understood all the examples. Okay, so and then here we are going to observe so another one thing. So so that is another two types. So that is the third type and then fourth type, and also I will give some examples about your examination purpose which are selected from your textbook. Okay, so thank you one and all. See you in the next video. Okay, so all of you subscribe my channel and then get more videos about English grammar or lessons and